you know somebody that has been affected by the lack of organ donors? Well, my name is Emily Klein, and this is my persuasive speech on organ donation. As of 2014, 124,000 men, women, and children are awaiting organ transplants in the U.S. alone. Each day, roughly 21 people are waiting for an organ. Just one donor can save up to 8 lives. This can be lowered, but action needs to be taken today. My thesis statement is that organ donors save lives. The process is easy to do. My 3 main points are: anyone can become an organ donor, how to become an organ donor, and the pros of being an organ donor. In order for the number of people awaiting an organ donor to decrease, we must take action today. My first main point is anyone can become an organ donor. People have the wonderful option to become an organ donor if they choose so. No one is too old or too young. No matter your medical condition, you can still potentially be a donor. Doctors will determine which organs can be donated at that time. HIV and actively spreading cancer cells are normally excluded from donating. Everyone is encouraged to designate their decision and persuade it to their family and friends. Some people even go as far as donating their entire body to science, while others just organ donate. Those with life-threatening situations are awaiting today. Perhaps you are possibly considering becoming an organ donor, but you are not completely sure why you should. There are many benefits as to why you should. My second main point is statistics about organ donation and steps of how to become an organ donor and how it actually happens. Tests are performed on the patient after extreme measures were made to save their life, and there is no brain activity. Usually, a neurosurgeon tests the patient for brain activity, and patients who are pronounced brain dead or have no brain activity and cannot breathe on their own. While doctors and nurses work on finding a recipient to the organ donor, the donor is maintained on an artificial life support, which is carefully monitored for the condition of each organ. Maybe someone you know is considering becoming an organ donor, and you are trying to convince them. Pros and cons are something to consider for each situation, except for this one. Becoming an organ donor is a big decision to make, but it has no cons. My third main point is the pros of being an organ donor. Every situation has pros and cons, except for this one. The biggest pro of being an organ donor is that you know you are saving lives. That life could be a family member, a close friend, or better yet, a grateful stranger. There are absolutely no cons. You don't feel the surgery, there are no risks of infections, and you are simply saving lives. This person could have a second chance at life. People on the list are in most need of hearts, kidneys, livers, lungs, and many more organs. There are so many people in dire need of transplants, and not enough people on the transplant list, and not enough people to become an organ donor. Someday, I hope that people don't think twice about donating their organs to those in need. Take 10 minutes out of your day and do some research about organ donation. I can guarantee you that you will only find pros about it. So many people are in dire need of transplants. Go fill out an organ donation paper and start saving lives today. This was all demonstrated by my 3 main points. Anyone can become an organ donor, how to become an organ donor, and the pros of being an organ donor. In order for the number of people awaiting an organ donor to decrease, we must take action today. My thesis statement is that organ donors save lives today.